It's 5:59:25 seconds. The show starts in like 40 seconds or something, and it's counting down, and we're getting ready to sync up with the affiliates. And Lummy stands over there. I almost feel like I'm the judge, and he's coming to the sidebar. And Seth is kind of like my.
Am I the bailiff, or am I the person that types everything?
No, you're the bailiff. You're
okay.
You're Rusty the bailiff, and to protect me. And Lummy comes to the sidebar to present his case. He's like, Bubba, Mitch, the Mark has chat GPT or something, and it can do it can do you, and it can say things like you're gonna do, and it can answer questions and everything. And I said, well, Lummy, give me an example. And so then he starts reading some stupid story.
Xerxes 6997 $10.
Thank you, Xerxes. He starts, and so then I'm like, oh, hold on. So it doesn't like learn my voice, this voice that I'm talking, like this voice, my voice, me. It doesn't learn me and give me back to the consumer. It just learns what potentially I would say and gives it to you in text. If you are
your style of talking.
Yeah. And so, I guess you answer it a question, I guess we would potentially use it, Lummy, like to answer all comments on, the one thing I have been told by people like Matt Cox and people like other that know how to catch an algae or something like that is if you answer your comments section on pretty much any platform, but you engage and, with comments, and maybe even get into little skirmishes where it causes the comment thread to, like maybe you disagree with them or whatever, kind of mild arguments that really builds, that really helps you in the algorithm world. So Lummy, maybe
engagement. New England Tom, $20.
Yeah, so whether it's X or whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Rumble or whatever, if you participate as a business or a content creator in the comments section, that helps the healthiness of your page. Whether it's via it recommends it to other people more or whatever, different platforms have different parameters within that. So Lummy is telling me about this chat GPT that Mushroom Mitch the Mark, is paid for or got it or something, and is like trying to emulate me. And so, Lummy, rather than to do it with literally 40, you had this big presentation and you're writing back, you're reciting back to me an example of this chat GPT answering a question as if it was me.
Well, you were having a hard time understanding if it was like audio that it would produce of you talking or if it was just like written out.
Right.
Written out text. And so it was written out
Big
text.
E, 7375 $25.
Thank you, Big.
It was written out text, and so you asked Lummy, you're like, well, what do you have? And Lummy's like, well, I have 6 pages of text. And so Lummy just started reading it pretty much as the show started.
Yeah, like 15 seconds for the show, and somebody's like, well, cuzzy, back in the homie days, back in the power pick as we were living large with fat knots in our pocket, so obviously this chat GPT is gone. And
what is it, Lummy? Do you have it? Do you have a little excerpt of how it talks like Bubba?
But here's the deal, Seth. Rather than to start there, I would rather start with Lummy resetting and giving us his presentation now that we have some time.
Oh, don't make Lummy do the presentation again.
Yes. So, Lummy.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, sell me or inform me or just what you were trying to do.
Woo us, Lummy.
At 5:59:25.
Well,
what you were trying to do then, let's do now in a much more time prohibitive era. Okay? We literally got 45 to 50 minutes before we got a break again.
Oh God.
Well, what I was trying to do, because
First of all, slow down. I can tell you're nervous.
Well, what I was doing was because I was waiting because you were cutting and editing and doing all that stuff, and I didn't want to talk.
I was making a commercial for Paper Towel Willie's place called, what is it,
FUJ.
FUJOutdoors.com. It's
F. Jones, right?
Is that what it stands for? F
Yes.
Up Jones?
Yes.
FUJOutdoors.com. And basically what it does is it manufactures covers for all of your outdoor toolboxes that might be on your trucks and your utility vehicles and things like that, so to keep your tools from getting weathered. I'm actually going to go to the website and look because that's something I'm very interested in.
There's a lot of nice stuff there.
So I just cut a commercial for him. I asked you, by the way, Ty J, did you get a hold of him?
No, not yet.
Okay, but anyway, Ty J, with your 86 drone company, I don't know if you're open to the business or not, but I know that there's probably a lot of Bubba Army in the Tampa surrounding area that needs roof inspections or. Listen, Merch Creek is right now talking to her insurance company about a renewal, and they're like, we need a wind mitigation. We need, so I may be hiring Ty J to do, a drone deal for me. Ty J told me last week that, my federal, like within all my attorneys, I only have one federal guy.
Yeah.
Todd Foster. Like the slinginest D, like he's the well, I don't want to say John Morgan because John Morgan doesn't take, criminal cases, but like the reason why was it Steve and Marlene Eisenberg? Was that their name? I think that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baby Eisenberg was it's a very famous case.
Michael Eisenberg, right? Or
No, I think it was Steve. It was Steve and Marlene Eisenberg.
Either way, you just remember.
Yeah.
What was the
Eisenberg.
daughter's name?
Well, they lawyered up with Todd Foster, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department and TPD, and everybody thought they had him dead to rights because in the middle of the night when they were gone one night, they went in and put listening devices and they bugged up their house, and they thought for sure they had Marlene yelling at Steve, you did this to our baby, and if it wasn't for you, it was gone. But it really wasn't as, like, the audio was kind of not.
Oh, they did it.
I think they did.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you're saying this lawyer got him off.
Yeah. So Todd Foster is the big federal guy. He's the one that also represented me on my federal case, but he also is one of the very few attorneys in the history of our country to be awarded money under the Hyde Act. And the Hyde Act is a federal law that states if the feds bring you to trial and you're found not guilty, then you can petition the federal government to pay your legal fees. And it's up until Todd Foster got it for Marlene and Stephen Eisenberg, no lawyer had ever been granted it. It's just so rare. Todd Foster did. So anyway, Ty J was telling me that Todd Foster, who watches and listens to the show, hired Ty J a week ago. Ty J gave him a little bit of a break because he knew he was, my attorney. So I think that Ty J is open to the public. And if he is and he wants an 86 drone commercial, we'll give him one. So let me reach out to him, okay?
Yeah, I sent him a text.
And have him maybe give me a little one sheet. I hate when people that I want to do a commercial for, and because of our new template is, we have 8 stop sets, and 4 of them I like to take care of, clients. We got paying clients, we got all types of different clients, and I'd like to take care of 86 drone if I could. So Lummy, what do you got here? Walk me through the process of Mitch DeMark reaches out to you. Just start from the very beginning, because you started from if the story was 0 to 10, you started at 8 with me and Seth.
Well, in all fairness,
we don't know the backfill at all.
And it's the thing. I think a big part of it with Lummy is that this is going to be tough.
Just say it, lover.
You have a hard. It's hard for you to understand some of the AI things. So Lummy was trying to explain to you audio versus text. That was a big part of the conversation. So once it got to the part where Lummy was going to read to you this stuff that was in the way that you would talk, that's when we started getting close to the show, and then that's when there was 6 pages of it, and that's when you just said, I've heard enough.
Well, hold on. I grant you and I agree with you that I do find it difficult sometimes to navigate through AI. But I think you would probably have my back when you say, as a host, not as where you're sitting, but as a host, and you're 15 seconds from being live, okay? And you're potting up all the microphones, and you got Tuttle remote, and you're making sure he's potted up, and you're getting your Rumble page turned on, you're getting your YouTube page turned on, you're getting your Facebook monitor turned on, you're writing your notes for your show. You saw that I had copious notes to promote what we have going on today.
A lot of 6 teacher sex stories. I heard
7, so that I could take a quick break, and now we can go long form Willie. I got all this crushing down on me. It would literally be like, Caleb Williams. There's 3 seconds left.
Right, his girlfriend's in the huddle or something.
No. There's 4. The play clock's at 5, and he's got to do a check down and get the ball before he gets to delay a game or burn a timeout. So
I will defend. I'll defend Lummy for anything until the end of time, even if it doesn't look good. I just will always be on his side. But even on this one, having been a producer before, it was an odd time to start reading you 6 pages of stuff.
But and I'm at I'm literally on a high wire act. I mean, listen, they say that if you don't get nervous before what you are paid, like a professional. Whether it's, Aaron Judge, Michael Jordan, Tony Stewart, no matter what type of athlete or entertainer if they say that when you stop getting a little bit nervous before showtime, then you've lost your edge. And so I don't get nervous, but, I still get a little apprehensive right before the show starts, because you just gotta.
They call it butterflies in the business.
I still get butterflies a little bit.
That's gay. Not
nearly the butterflies I get like if I was to go on like the Joe Rogan show or the Megyn Kelly show or something like that, a minute, or the Pierce Morgan show that I did. I often get nervous and some anxiety on that.
What about those
I used to get diarrhea.
Oh, my God.
From my nerves.
What about the wrestling shows?
No, sorry. I don't want to Tuttle. I mean, he's
diarrhea trumped you. Glowbug, reach out to me privately. Let me know if I need to get that 25 back.
She said no, she's good.
Are you sure?
Yes, she's in chat.
She had such a beautiful wedding, Glowbug. You looked so beautiful, and Angus is just the salt of the earth. I love that guy. Is so cool. And his brother, you should see his brother. He's a ham. It was just such a great experience. Thank you for inviting me, allowing me to be part of your special day. So, Lummy.
Josh Allen, by the way, was talking about Tuttle, doing that. Josh Allen, before every game, he goes and throws up. It's part of his
routine.
Yeah, because he gets nervous before the game. So it's still. I mean, it happens to people.
And I mean, that guy is one of the best in the business.
Well, MVP. I mean, and still, you get nerves before you go out there.
So, Lummy, we've set this all up. Go ahead and walk me through the presentation you tried to give me in 15 seconds that's probably going to take 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, now you're tongue-tied?
No, I was trying to...
You're a goddamn auctioneer a few minutes ago.
Well, because I was only given a couple minutes to try to present something before Mitch the Mark would probably come in with a PayPal Willie and talk to you about it, and then you'd be asking me, and then I didn't do it.
Man, you're getting way ahead of yourself. Just tell me what
so
we got.
ChatGPT,
I'm very familiar with it.
If you put it talk to me in Bubba style, it will emulate how they think you would answer any question.
Now, do you have to put Bubba the Love Sponge
no,
style?
You put Bubba style.
Well, Bubba is such a I'm not the only Bubba.
Well,
there's a lot of Bubbas.
Rick and Bubba.
So,
Bubba Ray
I don't think Rick and Bubba is talking about WQYK and Spice Boy.
Bubba Stewart.
Okay, well,
hold on. Okay, so...
Well, I was trying to explain it to you.
But what I'm
said,
saying
well,
is maybe you'd get better data if you would ask Chat GPT, talk to me like Bubba the Love Sponge.
Well, what I'm trying to tell you is that you don't have to say Bubba the Love Sponge, and it was that... Chat GPT, if you just say talk to me in Bubba style, it recognizes you without having to put it. I asked it last night after Mitch DeMark told me about it. I said, tell me about the two-finger cul-de-sac Jones. And it said, if you do you want me to talk about this?
Hold on, let me stop you. Have we litmus test have we sent this through the various blind placebo tests where you ask it, tell me the answer, or in Bubba style, versus asking it to tell you it in Bubba the Love Sponge style, and see if it's any different. Let's not be full of ourselves and think that Bubba style is me, even though it is me. Would it be more accurate, potentially, if you made it Bubba the Love Sponge style? We've not done that side-by-side comparison.
And that's what I'm trying to say. I was trying to give you the example because when it answered about the two-finger cul-de-sac, it said, do you want me to give you a BRN stat? Which I didn't ask it about BRN. I didn't ask it about people on the show.
All right, Mitch the Mark, I told it, talk to me like Bubba the Love Sponge. It works. Okay, that's what Mitch... See, now is he undercutting you now, making you look stupid, kind of?
Okay. Well,
because that's not what you told... Lummy, take a deep breath.
Bubba, I'm trying to explain it to you.
Well, you're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not. You just read the mark.
No,
you're
you're contradicting yourself because you just told me that you didn't say Bubba the Love Sponge.
I didn't. Mitch the Mark might have. I didn't.
Okay, well, when I got Mitch the Mark telling me that he said talk to me like Bubba the Love Sponge, it works perfect. It even does Lasker amazingly, talking about carburetors. Lummy, I'm just getting conflicting reports. My executive producer, who's the end all be all, told me that it was, you did not ask it Bubba the Love Sponge.
I didn't. Mitch the Mark first told me, talk to me in Bubba style. I went off, talk to me in Bubba style. I don't know what Mitch the Mark went ahead and did on his own, talking in Bubba the Love Sponge style. I'm not contradicting myself. You asked me, did you try it? No, I did not, Bubba. It does it in Bubba style. Then I tried to give you an example. You went and read chat, and you said, oh, look at this.
I've not referenced chat one time, buddy.
You just read about Mitch the Mark. He just said something in chat.
Mitch the Mark sent it on the PayPal. Hold on.
How am I supposed to know? You didn't say PayPal.
Hold on. Seth, would you please verify that he sent a note on my PayPal account?
That is a note, yes.
But I didn't read chat. No. I didn't read chat.
He didn't say PayPal. You didn't say PayPal.
You didn't say PayPal. How am I supposed to know? Am I supposed to read your mind?
You didn't say PayPal. I thought he texted you.
Hey, Lummy, I got a PayPal here for Mitch the Mark. Said he asked Bubba. You just said, well, Mitch the Mark saying that he asked it in Bubba the Love Sponge style.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't denote the fact that it was.
Chat.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it was, where that message was delivered to me. He delivered a message to me. If it was on chat, it was on chat.
Oh, well, Mitch the Mark just put here that he asked it in Bubba style too.
So, well, to me, it looks like you.
Where did I get that message from, Bubba? Was it on my phone?
To me,
was it on Cash App, or was it on the chat?
You need to back it down a little, about 46 notches. I'm telling you right now. You told me, this is between you and Mitch the Mark. You got me in a trick bag with you two, and I literally found out about this 15 seconds before the show starts. Now you're hodgepodging together some stupid ass story for me, whether it was me or Bubba the Love Sponge or not Bubba or like that. Then I got Mitch giving me PayPals, telling me different information. Then you accuse me of going there and sucking chat, Steve, which I didn't. I didn't get any information from chat, and and people think I'm being mean to you and what have you. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this, buddy. Listen, newsflash, I even have witnesses. You're the one that brought this topic up, buddy. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. And my suggestion would be, and you said earlier when we talked, that it didn't say, you can just say Bubba style and it emulates me. That's what you said.
Yes.
My suggestion then was, well, if you would say Bubba the Love Sponge, maybe it would be more accurate. Then information starts flooding in that indeed it was asked Bubba the Love Sponge.
Greg D,
and
$20.
And that's where we're at now.
Okay,
You're the one getting all mad at me.
Not really, because
Not really. What do you mean not really? You just
all
threw
I
a
said
fit.
was I tried in Bubba style, and this is what it did, and it gave all these different examples, like it was Bubba the Love Sponge. So you didn't have to type in, which I thought was a lot cooler. That you type in, give me a Bubba style, and it gives it to you like you're talking to it, and you don't have to like really put in.
I understand that makes me more famous and makes me more cooler, and that's what your mindset would be because you love me and you want us to look cooler and bigger than life. And it's cool that Chat GTP when they're referring to or thinking about a Bubba, it's me. That's great, awesome. I was just saying, maybe Bubba the Love Sponge would give you more accurate information. That's
Johnny
all
Conflictor.
That's all I was saying, Johnny Conflictor. Okay, so don't get mad at me. Now, supposedly you have 6 pages of Chat GPT answering various questions as me, correct? Because that's what you started to get into before the show starts. I'm not even looking at chat right now for you guys to say that leave Lummy alone, Bubba's being mean. We're having a very, very great and constructive conversation about the inner workings of this program, okay? Nobody's mad at each other. Nobody's yelling at each other. We just have a...
Move on, Bubba. Get to the politics.
We have a spirited... Yeah. Let's talk about Hogan and the politics and my video, okay? And racing. And everything else that you guys hate me for.
There's plenty of time for that.
Okay, we got actually some real good heat right here, and we can navigate through it. But everybody always feels so sorry for Lummy because Lummy's the most liked by
no
far.
One's saying that. Everyone's taking your side.
So,
and if you're not
get
good,
baited.
but Lummy, I just want you to know this: I love you more than anything in the world. I truly do. But you have to admit, you laid this on me literally 5 seconds before pre-snap.
Yeah, and I was trying to explain to you why, but I said we had 4 to 5 minutes before the show was going to start because you obviously were doing something great for FUJ.
Right, you saw that I was cutting and editing a commercial.
Yes.
You can see now, you can also see on my screen how many tabs I have perfectly aligned according to how I want to talk about things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
Objection,
23,
your tabs
24,
have nothing to do with
25,
this.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 30. So I've gone through 32 stories and in some instances went and researched, re-Googled them to see if there was a video component. A lot of times stuff that Pantera or Seth or you will send me will indeed have a video component, and I prefer video components over, just me having to read because I'm borderline illiterate. So I will then, when you send me a story that doesn't have a video component, I will then copy and paste the headline and do a re-Google research on it and type in at the top, instead of all or news, videos only, and then try to find the video portion of that story, which it causes us to double and triple handle that story. But I get here at literally everybody knows that I get here at 4:40, so that and by the time you guys get here, I have all these stories that I've watched, researched, and know what I would like to talk about. So I'm in here working it's part of my job as being the host. It's part of my responsibility. Seth doesn't need to be here any earlier than he gets here. Macho Man gets here perfect. Everything's perfect. So, Lummy, I got all this stuff that I'm juggling around, and this Chat GPT deal wasn't part of my prep. This is a curveball that you're throwing me last minute, and I'm all ears, my friend. I'm all ears. I'm fascinated by what you potentially might have. How about that?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so what do you got?
Wow.
Boy, I feel like there's a big disappointment now.
No, I was just saying... when I was trying it while you were cutting the commercial to see if it actually would work, because I was going to see if you wanted to talk about it on the show before Mitch the Mark brings it up and throws you a curveball and start asking me about it.
I know that, Lover, but maybe you should have asked it like during the first hot mic segment when we weren't so under the gum. We were 5 seconds pre-snap. You know that. And I can't make any decisions on anything. I eventually said, Lummy, just shut up. We got to go on the air. And so that has led us now into this discussion. So I don't want you to think I'm mad at you, but this is a very in-depth situation, right?
Yes, sir.
Which could be very funny. And I mean, listen, one of the reasons why
David Ashworth gifted 10 membership.
that's so cool when you gift membership guys like that. Already over 1,000 people. It looks like Tuttle Fridays are cool. And so when you gift a membership like that, it auto-fills into 10 people who are not members of the channel, and being a member of the channel allows you to watch like Clem Kush and the Blizzard and some other things that we lock down for members only. So thank you very much. That's cool. That's a really good way to get maybe new people engaged into the show. So Lummy, I wouldn't be so.
David Ashworth, $50.
That's great. Oh my God.
Also, Ty J answered me and said he'll get us some stuff over. He is open to the public.
Yeah, perfect. So get me some stuff over. I can even have him play. Hi, this is Ty J Armstrong, and I used to have Hummers and bitches and Rolexes and gold, and now I got me a drone company. And I tell you what, man, nobody can drone better than me, brother. When these white-ass Karens try to come up in my neighborhood and ask what I'm doing, I tell them, bitch, get lost. I'm doing Todd Foster's roof right now. So if you like the best in drone performance, along with the highly edited video for your insurance company or a roofing situation, hire me, Ty J Armstrong, number 86 in your roster and number 1 in your drone heart. Thank you, Ty J Armstrong. Over and out.
What do I feel like?
Did I tell you that I'm Ty J Armstrong and you're not, bitch? I think I put a couple.
Why do I feel like that's worse than blackface?
Yeah.
Well, no.
Why'd you make him Django?
Wait, I mean, have you looked at Ty J?
That's how Ty J sounds.
It is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello there.
How do you do?
Let me. Can somebody find me the flounder bit? Hi, I'm Ty J Armstrong. I like bitches and Hummers and Rolexes, white bitches. And you're listening to my favorite neighbor, because you couldn't say the other word. You're listening to my favorite neighbor. Oh, did I mind you that I got wretches and wrong? Anyway, Ty J, I'm sure you're probably going to want me to cut it, but you could cut it if you'd like. So, Lummy, the reason why I'm so worked up over this is because I'm fascinated by what you and Mitch, the Mushroom Mitch the Mark, may have stumbled upon, and we could potentially, if we could refine this, and it doesn't sound as outlandish as some of the stupid stuff you were reading me, we could get it to maybe answer and engage in our comment section on various platforms. Now, if it ends up being wrong and stupid, we can always circle back to that comment and says that, and maybe we actually denote this is Bubba AI. So Seth, like if you actually tell people this is Bubba AI answering, then we have a little bit of insulation if it's way off or inappropriate or stupid.
Well, I mean, it's already in there. That's why Lummy's got it. I mean, I don't know how much tweaking you can do to Chat GPT, but Lummy's got.
What I'm saying is, like, when a person's getting answered, it flashes up, this is Bubba AI answering. Maybe you can program it to say, Bubba AI says, and then they know that they're being answered by the AI portion of me and not me in case they say something, stupid.
Okay, yeah.
It goes rogue.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So it gives us a little insulation because it's hard telling what it would. We don't even know what Bubba AI would come up with. So, Lummy, is that in a very long-winded way at 47 minutes? Did we ever hit the front page or they screw us?
Yeah, we talked about it. We were 20 minutes in.
I never heard you say that.
I did. It was on hot mic, but it's okay.
Oh, it was on hot mic?
Yeah,
Oh.
we hit it on hot mic, and then we about 30 seconds came back, and so we were perfect timing.
Okay, thank you very much. So we were perfect timing.
Yes.
All right. So, Lummy.
Yes, sir.
How do you and Gary Cantrell and Macho Man, if we take this to the next level, one, are we interested in using it?
Whoa, anyone could use it.
No,
I mean,
that's
it's free.
not the question. My question is, are we interested in using this? And if we are, how are we going to use it?
Well, you have to listen. You have to let Lummy read you how it portrays you.
I'm setting that up.
Okay.
I'm setting that up.
Thank God.
So, Lummy, what I'm saying is I'm assuming the reason why you're going to read these things to me is because you've tested it a little bit, and you're going to give me some examples of this Chat GPT acting like it's me, answering questions that's directed towards me or the show or members of the program.
Yes.
Okay. So, in that application, how would you guys use it? Would you guys use it to in the comments section? Would you use it where would you implement this?
Yeah, we could start using it in the comments and answer.
Why do I
people
feel
that
like
way.
you're a broken man at this point? Why do I feel that I'm like I'm actually navigating this conversation and you're not? I want to know what's on,
Well,
I want to know what your ideas are. Like, what do you tell me what how you envision
I
this.
wanted to bring it up so you could look at it and then you could say, "Hey,
what's Gary think?"
well, Gary, we haven't really talked about it because it was all happening late at night and then this morning.
Okay,
so I wanted you to
Gary might be hearing it for the first time, as we are navigating through this potential Bubba Chat GPT answers the fans' comments in various platforms. As we're navigating through this topic, everybody's pretty much hearing it for the first time, including me.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, I do like where we make it. It can answer Instagram messages. It can answer X messages. It can answer YouTube comments. It can answer Facebook comments. It can answer Rumble. So I like the idea. I really do. And so now, in a very, very long path to finally get here, I think maybe we now turn it over to you. And you tell us the research that you did and the questions that you asked it, and then what it came up with. Is that the natural navigation path that we need to go? You're the executive producer of this thing.
Yeah,
how do you want to handle?
Well, I was just going to give you one or two examples that Mitch sent.
You have 6 pages worth.
Yeah, but most of it's about the questions that he was asking or like the way it answered.
Let's get to it. Let's just stop arguing about it. Let's get to it. Ready? Let's go. Ready and action. Take over the tape.
I didn't know if you wanted to put it on your computer and ask it questions to see how you felt like it was. I can read you examples.
No. I mean, put on my computer. That seems like it's going to be cumbersome and going to take a while. We may have to do that during a hot mic segment. We can't do it right now. So what you have 6 pages of questions that you've asked it.
No,
we're not putting it on your computer.
Okay, there you go. You're not putting it on my computer.
We got to research this more. And plus, what if this thing tells somebody to go kill themselves or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, first of all, Lummy,
it has to say when it answers a question, "This is Bubba AI." Hold on. This isn't really Bubba. This is Bubba AI. And people may like it. They may say, "Hey, I like talking to Bubba AI." You know why? Because it's more Bubba than Bubba never answers me. So why not a guy that thinks he's Bubba?
Does Siri or Alexa have to preface that they're not real before they give information out?
I don't know. But, they're not real people you can sue, I don't think. But anyway, Lummy, let's again.
Well, say to Macho's thing. Macho, Gary or I wouldn't be putting someone to tell them. We're the ones who are going to be putting the answers on the messengers.
Oh, so you answer them and they don't? I thought ChatGPT answered it.
We would type the question in the ChatGPT and then put the response to it.
I thought that a person would ask a question in the comment section and ChatGPT just automatically generated an answer. That's what I thought. That's not how it works?
Currently, no. We cannot link ChatGPT into our Instagram, Facebook.
So what do? You just cut and paste a question, and then you guys got to manually run it through ChatGPT, and then that seems a little labor intensive.
Well, labor intensive than just answering. I mean, it's just something that we could do that's different. But
all right, it's a new gimmick that we still have to work the bugs out. let's get into the meat of this deal, and that is you've ran it through a couple Bubba questions, and I think you started getting into like I was like in partying in Ybor City with some like I don't know. What you started
Mitch was asking it car questions, and that's the ones he was sending me.
Well, Mitch is stupid.
Well,
I mean, like ask questions like other things.
Can Mitch make us an AI producer to
Bubba,
explain this to
what
us?
the point is, it wasn't just asking about like tell me about Bubba the Love Sponge. It was saying like you could ask it about tell me about World War I, but it would be answer in a Bubba type
All right, so
way.
obviously you have
That sounds smart.
You have 6 pages of stuff there.
Okay, when I said
so why don't you navigate me through those pages no matter what's on them? Because you've obviously found this intriguing enough to have 6 pages worth of stuff.
Well, 6 pages are what Mitch sent me in a screenshot. That's what I was trying to say. That's why I was trying to say this morning it was a lot because he sent me a bunch. So then I went on my chat GPT and said, just talk to me in Bubba style. And when I asked him a question about, and really what I was trying to say was when I would put in the guy that you have the podcast for today to make it easier. The last thing it answers, it said, do you want me to make it a Bubba-style interview rundown with segment breaks? And that was what I was like, wow, ChatGPT just picked it up and started asking me, to make things like Bubba.
Okay.
So I thought that was kind of cool.
I think.
And then I just said, and then you said, well, how does it answer me? And I told you the one question that Mitch the Mark sent me. And then I showed how it answered for Bubba. How's Bubba? Without putting Bubba the Love Sponge in there.
Yeah.
Tuttle, are you okay? Can you
help?
Can you feel the heat?
Can you help?
I'm getting sweaty right now.
Can anybody throw me a lifeline as to what Lummy just said?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can we get Lummy to read? That was my favorite thing in school is hearing dumb people read.
Oh, no.
Tuttle, did you just call Lummy dumb?
Yeah,
well, not dumb, but just a little slow.
Well, I mean, if he would have called you, like you sounded like maybe you've been drinking this morning, you'd absolutely have a meltdown.
Oh man!
And hold on, you'd have an effing meltdown, and you just called.
I say let it eat. Now people do what they're going to do.
No, don't. Let's be fair. You called Lummy dumb. You did.
Okay.
So I'm just saying.
You've never called Lummy dumb before.
Yeah, but not today. So, Lummy?
I'm sorry, Lummy.
Lummy?
Yes, sir.
This was a race. What Lummy was trying to do is it was a race to get
Help
it
me,
on your
Seth.
plate.
Please help me.
Yes. This was a race to get this on your plate before Mitch the Mark brought it to you, and therefore you would have turned around and been mad at Lummy that he didn't bring this to you. So Lummy did bring it to you, not in the best way since we were running out of time and you were editing commercial. Now what Lummy has in front of him are the questions that Mitch the Mark asked him in the Bubba style.
Yes. And Lummy wanted to bring it to me before Mitch the Mark brought it to me because Lummy felt, of course, just like he did, would be able to explain it to me far more efficiently than, Mitch the Mark.
Well, you would have been yelling at him, what's Mitch the Mark talking about with this AI? Why does ChatGPT have my name? What's going on, Lummy? Tell me. And then, that would have been the other way this would have gone down.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Right, Lummy?
Yes, thank you, Seth.
Thank you.
So, Lummy, without further ado, the floor is yours. I don't feel you're stupid,
thank you, Bubba.
and I just would like you. I mean, I would just like you to go ahead and read your page. Just do your thing, buddy. You started to read these messages of how I would answer a particular question. 36 seconds before the show started, and now we're finally an hour later. We're finally have waited and navigated through, but we did burn a commercial stop set off.
Yeah.
But they already pulled us off a Rumble. Can you believe that?
Jeez.
Can you call your guy up? What, give us 30 minutes?
We weren't talking about Pete Hegseth enough.
True. We're actually talking about fun stuff that no other show talks about. So, Lummy.
Yes, sir.
Let me just start this way. What was the first question that you asked ChatGPT to answer as Bubba? I think this will be easier to do.
Well, I'll just, because I had it up. and I was going to give you the Mitch the Mark one. He asked it about a 6AN fitting from Fragola coming, and I have the Fragola line, and we already discussed Cuzzy.
What?
That's the question.
Hold on. What?
That's the question Mitch the
What's
Mark
the
asked.
Mitch, I love you to death. You're part of the Get Fresh crew, but sometimes you are so effing stupid and high that you can't, like what? Like you're asking at some obscure car question. Why can't you ask, what would Bubba the Love Sponge think about Donald Trump falling asleep during a cabinet
Well,
meeting?
I think Mitch the Mark was just trying to show that you can ask it anything and see how.
All right. Well, what's
Bubba
a size
answers it.
6 fitting on? What's the question again? Now hold on. How can Bubba Chat GPT answer the question when the real Bubba doesn't even know what the hell it's talking about?
Well, I think that's the thing. It's about Bubba is able to answer any
All right.
question.
What's the question that Mitch asked it again?
Well, Bubba said.
Hold on. Slow it down.
Mitch said. This is what he said. I got those 6AN fittings from Fiasco coming, and I have the Fiasco line we already discussed, Cuzzy.
I almost feel like kicking Mitch out of the Army.
Wow.
I was just the way.
Like, what
the
does
thing
anybody?
answered.
Does anybody?
You gonna smash his bus?
Does anybody know what that means? I know it's probably some carburation, fuel rail, some type of automotive type deal, but like, I'm going to the chat right now, and you guys can light me up and call me fat and stupid and everything, and because you understand it and I don't. But I'm fairly automotive, and yeah.
Was that a question or an answer, Lummy?
Travis is right. Like I said, it sounded like he was trying to put a fuel system together with a fuel rail on a size 6 fitting from the fuel rail that might go to the carburetor. That's kind of what I think he meant, but. Can you ask it any more of an obscure question?
Well, that's the point of ChatGPT.
No, it's not the point.
Oh.
The point is stupid in, stupid out. Haven't you ever heard the garbage in, garbage out? I mean, that's as old as, anybody that's been in radio and had to sit down with Steve Smith in an air check session, garbage in, garbage out. You throw garbage into the microphone, it's going to go garbage out the speakers, and it's a bad break. You put good stuff in, good stuff happens. Well, that's garbage in, garbage out. What would Bubba the Love Sponge think about the Ukraine-Russian situation? Something that 99% of our audience has some type of inkling for. Not a goddamn size 6 fuel system going into a step-down valve, into a cahoots valve, into some windshield wiper fluid.
I think the point is that you can ask it any kind of question and just have Bubba talk to you on ChatGPT.
Okay, so I asked the question one more time just because I'm so blown away by how stupid the question is.
What was the answer?
Yeah, well, we're getting to that, trust me. All right, so what was the question again? Read it slow, because I think that you're not pronouncing a few of the words, because you're not, and nothing against your intellect, but you're not familiar with car parts. And really, I'm not either with regards to, I don't know much about fuel systems. I know I use a Willys carburetor, and that's about the best they make. Well, BLP makes a good carburetor out of Orlando as well. But anyway, go ahead and read what Mitch, leave it to you to completely mess up a great thing. You idiot. Why wouldn't you Bubba's building a new studio? Should he use plywood or should he use drywall? How about that? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Read the question again.
Do you want me to ask the ChatGPT that in the Bubba style?
No, I want you to ask the question that Mitch talk about taking too many mushrooms and overthinking the situation. Jesus Lord, Mitch. My God. Go ahead. What did Mitch ask Bubba GPT?
He put, I got 6AN fittings from Fragola coming, and I have the Fragola line we already discussed, Cuzzy. I'm going to make the two new fuel lines totally. I got a 90 coming off the hard line going to a straight into the pump.
I mean, if this doesn't make, I mean, for the 10, 15,000 people that are listening to it, if this doesn't make you hate Mitch the Mark, I don't know what would.
Oh, jeez.
So
Mitch the Mark, I mean, come on. And what did Bubba Chat Which, by the way, real Bubba would be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Why don't you show me? Oh, you're trying to put a fuel rail system together? Okay, they make kits for this. What year? What year is your car? What size carb? You got a 1050 double pump? What do you got? 4-barrel, 2-barrel, 2.4s? What do we got here? I need to look at it. So, what did Chat Bubba GPT answer? This most ups in the nearly 40 years of radio and content that I've been producing, the most obscure question that I've ever been presented with.
Well,
go ahead.
okay.
Chat GPT Bubba says.
Well, before it answers the question in a 5-page thing, it says step by step. It says, "All right, cuzzy, come on in here real close. Bubba the Love Sponge is about to bless this fuel line feng shui you got cooking on that stroker, Jimmy. And let me tell you, big boy, this setup you're describing is sounding like premium grade Tampa nighttime WQIK after dark plumbing, and I'm into it."
Which, by the way, I never worked at WQIK, and I don't know that WQIK ever had an after dark, so it's just grabbing some random radio station in Tampa because it knows I'm from Tampa and throwing. That's the dumbest. That is the dumbest question, followed by yet a dumber answer.
Well, it gave then a 6 point. Your plan broken down like a sloppy jalopy on 275. Step 1, the hard line. 2.
Now listen. For everybody that knows me,
Oh man.
For everybody that knows me, tell me one time. Now I know that I am getting a little bit older and I forget some things, but Tuttle, you've been with me for 20 plus years, in and out. Lummy, the same for you. Macho Man, you know me in and out. You listen to enough. Seth, not only do you have worked with me for a long time, but occasionally back in the day you would listen to the show.
Oh, you a nasty boy.
How many times have I ever said sloppy jalopy? Never. I've never said that in my entire life. Now, I've said sloppy joes because my mom makes the best sloppy joes ever.
Oh, yeah.
But I've never said on a broken down car that's on our major highway here in Tampa, Florida, 275. Look at the sloppy jalopy on 275. This is the dumbest 52 minutes I've spent in my entire life. I'm sure there's more.
Are we out on the? So probably we're not going to use it then.
Well, I don't know.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's that.
Do you have any, Lummy, more accurate Bubba Chat GPT stuff that maybe you asked it, like, hey Bubba, who's going to win between the Bears and the Packers? You know what? That would be a great question to
that's
ask
what I
it
was trying to get at.
because it should know that I'm a Pack. If it's got enough data on me, it should know that for as long as I've created content, even when I was at B96 in Chicago and it was not the favorable position to take, I would be the guy. B96, Bubba the Love Sponge, don't forget. Pack and the Bears at Soldier Field this weekend. Sorry about you Bear fans, but my Pack's going to get that ass. And boy, Seth, the talk about hate. Oh my God, the hate lines would come in. They would be like, oh my God, a
lot of disrespect.
Be a major personality in Chicago and a Packer fan. Oh my God. So anyway, Lummy, I would be interested if you asked it that. Dear Chat GPT, Bubba the Love Sponge, who's going to win between the Packers and the Bears this weekend in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Lambeau Field?
I asked it. It said, "I'm taking the Packers, kid. Here's why." And then it just said Green Bay's got the Lambeau mojo. Historically, they've dominated Chicago at home. 8 of the last 9, 14 of the last 17 home games. Kid, the smart money projections got him 64% chance of taking this thing. Chicago's hot lately. Not gonna kid you, but they don't got this McGillicuddy like the Packers do.
They threw McGillicuddy in there.
Yeah.
I mean, we might want to use this as a straight rib. Like it's just straight comedy stupidity. Like it's almost like us trying to South Park ourselves. Like we're just trying to be stupid.
I just think as long as Lummy is like the liaison of ideas from the listeners, I think that's more of the idea. I think if listeners have ideas, keep funneling them through Lummy, and then Lummy keeps presenting them on the air or 30 seconds before the show starts.
Yeah, Lummy, so I guess you're going to be in charge of this Chat GPT stuff.
Oh, boy.
I mean, can you copy and paste?
You want him to program it. Like, you wanted to program it to sound like you.
I mean, this thing said bears. Geez, it said bears are going to be colder than Lummy's IQ score.
Hold on. It said what?
I got insulted by ChatGPT.
All right. Would you please say that a little bit slower and less slurry?
Bears are going to be colder than Lummy's IQ score.
Colder? Is that what you said?
Yeah, be colder than Lummy because they're talking about the.
No, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny and accurate. So, like, Lummy, how
Chicago might come in all chest pump thinking there's something, but once that frozen tundra wind hits them, they're tightening up quicker than Hogan when the FCC calls.
What the hell?
What?
Yeah,
Again, I think it goes back to garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
If you send it a question that I could really be asking, or a question that could really be something that I know about, I think it's going to be more accurate than me trying to do some 1972 Chevy Nova fuel rail that Mitch DeMark is trying to put together in Tarpon Springs. I'm sorry, Mitch DeMark. All Bubba Chat GPT presentations need to be questions or topics that I know about and or would want to answer.
perfect.
Now, Lummy, they don't have a portion of ChatGPT where it tries to emulate Mead, do they? Like where you run enough audio through a program and it tries to come up with a Bubba-sounding AI person, does it? Do they have that yet?
No, they do not. Well,
Okay.
technically we do on our thing, but it's the 2000s style, Bubba.
Yeah, we. Oh,
Yeah.
What do you mean it's the 2000s style, Bubba? You only ran 2000 style through the machine. You haven't ran any modern day Bubba through the machine.
We have it just it didn't pick it
You
up.
just can't quite pick
well.
it up.
Yeah.
It picked up the faster speed talking.
Yes.
More so than the gracefully getting old and senile one. Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry.
So, maybe we should have okay, how do you foresee us implementing? Okay, 1A, we just don't, this is stupid and we don't do it, which I don't necessarily think that that's the case. 2, what do we do with this and how do we implement it? Like, you're the executive producer. What do you foresee us doing with this? Do we throw it away? Do we use it? Do we try to program it to answer comments? Like, tell me what you got, buddy. Show me what you got.
We can answer. I was just showing you that. I thought it was kind of cool that ChatGPT knew who you were and they could talk like you. Because I don't think it's talking like Seth Kushner.
They can kind of talk like me. They got McGillicuddy and Kid. That's what they got. When that's about the only 2 Bubba-isms they were able to pick up on when asked about the Chicago versus Green Bay game.
Yeah.
Well, what he's saying is it doesn't do everybody out there.
Right.
It's only.
So let me. What I think you're trying to say is it's an honor, and it shows potentially how big time I am. And I'm being narcissistic while I say that, but that if ChatGPT knows me enough to be able to emulate me a little bit, then that is pretty cool for me and the show.
Yeah, I was just trying to stroke her ego.
Right. So, do you have plans on trying to use this? Because since it knows me or is trying to know me, now is it my understanding that AI is always trying to continue to learn things that they as obviously I'm on Chat GPT's radar. Will Chat GPT try to dig deeper into me and learn me more?
Yes.
Through what? Just us giving us information, or it just finding stuff?
And finding it.
Oh, okay.
You can also have it pretty much talk. I guess there's an Outlaw Gene Lasker version too.
What do you mean?
You can have it talk like Gene Lasker, I guess.
Oh my God! Hold on, I got to do words. Can we come back with that? Can you ask?
I have to. I have to.
Can you ask?
Check it.
Well, you have to check what?
I have to start asking the questions because I just got that from Mitch the Mark.
Well, here, I'll tell you the question. Okay.
Okay.
Outlaw Gene Lasker. I can't even think. Oh, well, will it be a good weekend for me to ride my motorcycle? Or, I don't know. Somebody just broke into my race shop. What should I do? Because we all know what Gene Lasker is going to do. If he caught a guy that broke into a sprint car shop, he's got 4 sprint cars in there, a couple of street rods. If on his property that's fully fenced in with attack dogs, what would Gene Lasker do if a person broke into his race shop? He'd shoot him.
Of course.
I mean, that's the answer. We know that's the answer. So maybe, Lummy, you can ask Chat GPT what Outlaw Gene Lasker would say if what would Gene Lasker do?
Outlaw Gene has spoken.
On that question?
Yes.
Okay, and what was the question?
Heard him.
I'd heard him. I don't necessarily say.
And then it comes in with all this stuff saying,
Go ahead.
don't. ChatGPT says, disclaimer, do not follow Gene's rules. And then it gives 8 steps on what you're supposed to do. Make sure you're safe first, call the cops, preserve evidence, check security footage, inventory losses.
It doesn't say whip out your 45 and shoot the guy in the face?
No, it can't do it. It just says hurt him.
And then it's not, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great they have a Gene disclaimer, though.
Yeah, it is great. So, Lummy, I mean, do you foresee yourself
I will probably never use this again.
Right. Until they maybe have refined it.
Yes.
Or if we could somehow make it just go, if we could put it on, if it had an ability to you automatically make it answer, you infuse it into the comment section of all of our platforms so that every comment is answered by a Bubba AI with a disclaimer that this isn't really Bubba, it's Bubba AI, and it could be very wrong.
Yeah, like Macho just said, ask him how long Bubba and MJ were best friends, and it said they ain't never been friends. They hate each other. I hate Bubba sees MJ and his blood pressure hits rev limit. MJ hears Bubba's name and he starts twitching like the pubic hair dweeb he is. His hair looks like he's sitting on an electric fence. They like gas and match buddy, but put them together and boom, whole damn building's gone.
Okay. So the only way I could see we could potentially use this would be if we could somehow infuse it into all of our platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, blah, 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 X, and anybody that has a question or a comment about the show automatically gets a Bubba Chat GPT generated answer. But I don't know that they have that technology that you can automatically install it into those platforms. I don't know if that exists.
No, I don't think it does.
So the only way you'd be able to do that would be to cut and paste their question, run it through ChatGPT, see what it says, then go ahead and answer it with ChatGPT, and that seems very, very, very manual extensive, and you and Gary have way better things to do.
I'll put Mitch involved in that.
Yeah, you know what, Mitch? It was your idea. This can be your deal, okay? This can be your contribution to the show. You can be Chat GPT guy and get with Lummy on how to implement it into our various platforms.
Yes.
And please don't make it about your stupid street rod race cars. Try to make it, if you could, please. If you could, Mitch, just by the niceness of your heart, can you make it about the show and not your stupid fuel rails, you idiot? Now, Mushroom Mitch, you know that I love you deep down. You're part of my inner circle, so you should be able to take this heat. When I come back,
got a Reddit account.
It's hard telling how many Reddit accounts Mushroom Mitch has. So, Lummy, I don't want anybody to construe what that I'm had heat with you, that I was being disrespectful to you. It was a lot of stuff that we needed to get out, and you tried to get all of what we just discussed, which was an hour long, you tried to get done in 15 seconds. Am I not right?
Yes.
Yeah. And now we have closed out that topic. I have a better understanding as to what Bill, are you sweating? It looks like you're sweating.
I'm a little annoyed with Mitch right now.
But can you promise that you're not mad at me?
I'm not mad at you at all.
I don't think that I handled you disrespectfully at all.
Not one bit.
I even stuck up for you when Tuds called you stupid.
I know. I was very hurt by that.
I apologize.
I just want to let everybody know I'm really sorry about that. That just blurted out because I had the unit over last night. She really tore me up.
Why is your face so red, Lummy?
Because he's mad right now. He wants to tear Mitch limb from limb.
He's been under the French fry lights for an hour.
He has.
It's all because of Mitch the Mark.
And he wants Mitch is high on mushrooms, asking about fuel rail stuff, when realistically the question is, the most brilliant question that you asked came from Macho Man, and that is, what would Bubba do to MJ? That's in the power alley of Bubba.
That's right.
So Mushroom Mitch, Lummy's going to tear you limb for limb, buddy.
I am.
You better be so high on mushrooms that you can't feel how much it hurts.
Oh, my.
Because Lummy doesn't get physical often, but when he does, he's not Olivia Newton-John, let's get physical. But when he does, when Lummy finally snaps, the lifter of all heavy things, he's 6'6". How much do you honestly weigh? 310?
Yeah, 310.
6'6", 310. Now, he's got the heart of the cowardly lion on Wizard of Oz, but I'm telling you, when he finally gets mad and snaps, it ain't good. Mushroom Mitch, I would be, looking over my shoulder for him, because he just took a 1 hour dress down because of your stupidness.
Thanks a lot, Mitch.